students, I'm Cindy. I work at CEL. Welcome to our Module 5, Class 5. I'm going to talk about the superlative. Let's start with a review. Observe these words: happy, kind, heavy, tall, interesting, popular, old, thin. These words are adjectives. Adjectives describe people, place, thing, or idea. Let's see some sentences. The elephant is fatter than the giraffe. The girl is happier than the duck. Video games are not more interesting than people. These sentences are comparisons. We are talking about comparatives. Comparatives are used to show the difference between two objects, animals, people, etc. In the first sentence, the adjective is fat. Comparative form, fatter. In the second sentence, the adjective is happy. Comparative form, happier. In the last sentence, the adjective is interesting. Comparative form, more interesting. When we talk about comparative form, we have to remember that there are short and long adjectives. Let's see the short adjectives. Jack is tall. Daniel is short. Jack is taller than Daniel. Daniel is shorter than Jack. Tall, comparative form, taller. Short, comparative form, shorter. When we have short adjectives, we add er, sometimes ier. Let's see the long adjectives. Car number 1 costs $10,000. Car number 2 costs $20,000. They are expensive, but car number 2 is more expensive than car number 1. Car number 1 is less expensive than car number 2. When we have long adjectives in comparative form, we use more or less. Now, let's start talking about the superlatives. Which is the biggest animal? The bear, the camel, or the elephant? In this picture, we have comparative and superlative adjectives. Big, bigger, the biggest. Number 1, a bear is a big animal. The comparative form of an adjective is used to compare two objects, animals, or people. Sentence number 2 is an example of comparative form. A camel is bigger than a bear. We are comparing two animals, a camel and a bear. The superlative form of an adjective is used to compare more than two objects, animals, or people. Sentence number 3 is an example of superlative form. An elephant is the biggest animal of all. We are comparing 3 animals: an elephant, a camel, and a bear. Let's see more examples. Which of the 3 animals is the fastest? Here we have a dog, a horse, and an elephant. Comparative. A dog is faster than an elephant. We are comparing 2 animals, the dog and the elephant. Superlative. The horse is the fastest. The horse is the fastest of the three animals. A superlative compares one thing to all the others in the same group. More examples. Fast, comparative form faster, superlative form the fastest. Let's pay attention on the superlative form. The strongest, the shortest, the oldest, the funniest, the loudest. Observe this chart. We have adjective, comparative, and superlative. With superlative, we have to use the. Let's complete the chart. Fast, the fastest. High, the highest. Strong, the strongest. Tall, the tallest. Long, the longest. Happy, the happiest. Let's see the rules. Superlatives, short adjectives. When we have short adjectives, we usually add est. Slow, the slowest. Fast, the fastest. Tall, the tallest. Short adjectives ending in e, we add st. Large, the largest. Nice, the nicest. Short adjectives ending in a consonant plus y, we change y to I and add est. Hungry, the hungriest. Happy, the happiest. Funny, the funniest. Let's see another example with a short adjective ending in a consonant plus y. Heavy. Heavy ends in a consonant plus y. Here we have three animals, an elephant, a monkey, and a cat. Which one is the heaviest animal? Of course, the elephant is the heaviest animal. Now pay attention. These adjectives have something in common. What do they have in common? They have consonant, vowel, consonant. Let's see an example. Here we can see Jim, Peter, and Marcus. They are thin. But who is the thinnest man? Marcus is the thinnest one. When we have adjectives with consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last consonant. Now, let's see the long adjectives. Use the most before long adjectives to make the superlative form. The most. Which fruit is the most expensive? The mango is $5. The coconut is $10. The melon is $30. All of them are expensive, but the melon is the most expensive fruit. Observe more examples. The most. This is the most comfortable couch. With long adjectives, we can use the most or the least. This is the least comfortable couch. Don't forget, with superlative form, long adjectives, we can use the most or the least. Now, let's see the irregular superlative form. Some adjectives have irregular superlative forms. For example, good, the best, bad, the worst. An example with good. What is the best place to watch musicals in New York? Broadway is the best place to watch musicals in New York. An example with bad. Which is the worst thing that could happen? 1. The boy missed the bus. 2. The car is broken. 3. The house burned down. What's the answer? Of course, number 3 is the worst one. Here we can see the most. We are studying superlatives with adjectives, but we have superlatives with nouns. The most plus noun. Let's see an example. Which place has the most tourism in New York? Tourism is a noun. Times Square has the most tourism in New York. Don't forget, when we have superlative form with nouns, we use the most. Now, it's time to practice. Exercise 1. Complete the chart with the superlative form of the adjectives or nouns. Ugly? Think about it. Let's check. The ugliest. Comfortable. Think about it. Let's check. The most comfortable or the least comfortable? Tourism. Time to think. Let's check. The most tourism. Bad. Think about it. Let's check. The worst. Exercise 2. Check the correct superlative for each adjective. Letter A. Pretty. You have 2 options. Think about it. Let's check. The prettiest, because when we use superlative form, we have to use the. Letter B. Beautiful. Think about it. Let's check. The most beautiful. With long adjectives, we use the most. Letter C. Fat. Think about it. Let's check. The fattest. When we have consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last consonant. Letter D. Good. Time to think. Let's check. The best. Good has an irregular superlative form. And letter E. Fast. Time to think. Let's check. The fastest. Ok, now it's time to speak in Portuguese. Agora é hora de falar em português para divulgar o nosso Instagram, @cel.acre, e a nossa página no Facebook, CelNel. E o mais importante, a nossa plataforma, onde vocês vão poder assistir os nossos vídeos e responder às atividades. www.educ.ce.ac.gov.br. Students, goodbye. See you next class.